Hello and welcome back.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I know it's been so long since we last saw each other.
I literally saw you yesterday and you spent the entire weekend at my house. But it's good to see you today.
It's good to see you.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
I didn't even want to go to work today. I just wanted to continue our little hangout.
I know.
It was so relaxing. Honestly, we didn't really do that much this weekend. I feel like I was telling my coworker, he's like, "How's your weekend?" You know, the typical Monday chat. And I was like, "It was fine." And I was like, have you heard about nowadays? Because I was telling him about, I was like, it was really chill. I feel like we didn't really do a lot. Like, it was really chill. And then I'm like recapping my weekend in my head and was like, well, we went to our friend's brunch and I was like, have you heard of Nowadays? And he was like, oh, he's like, I think so. So I was like telling him what we did. And I was like, we should not have been there. Like,
no, we
had no business being at brunch.
Also taking the amount that we took.
Yeah. Well, that was a bad decision on
our part.
But do you want to tell them what happened?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Nowadays is like a THC drink, Yeah. It comes in a nice little bottle, similar to what Casamigos looks like in a bottle.
Yeah. And we've done this one time before, so we thought we were professionals at this, but we are in fact not. No. We are not professionals.
Leave this type of drinking to the professionals. What are they called? The actual gardeners. We're amateurs.
Yes. We were trying to be professional gardeners and we don't have a green thumb at all.
No, not at all. No thumbs here.
We belong inside.
Yes.
Do not open the door because we shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
So we're getting ready before brunch. We're like, oh, we should take this before we get there. That way we're like, we don't have to like spend as much on drinks. So the night before we had gotten some poppy sodas. And so we like cracked a can open, taking a little sip. And I'm like getting the little shot glass, and like pouring us each a shot. And mind you, the bottle I have is like a 5 dosage.
5 milligram.
5 milligram, yeah.
Are we allowed to say that?
The one we had previous, the one we tried, were like I had gotten these little shots of 5 milligrams. So her and I had split 2 shots. So in total, we each had 5.
Right.
Just to like set the scene.
That was my mindset.
That was the mindset. So I'm pouring 1 because I know it's 5 milligrams. And she was on the phone and she was like, do another. And I questioned it. I really did. And I was like...
Not too much, though, because it was very instinctual where you were just like, okay.
I was like, yeah, because I was like, the 5 didn't really... Like, we felt good on 5.
Well, my thought process, which we were trying to have this debate...
yesterday.
In the middle of everything going on. And we were like... You put 2, like we were trying to do the math of like all of this stuff and we were saying the same thing, I think, but we couldn't really.
We knew what we were on the same page. We just weren't understanding each other.
Right. Because in my head, the shots that we took initially were half of the real shot. Mm-hmm. So we were really only taking 2.5 initially.
Yeah. And
then that wasn't enough. So we had to take the other one. So we in total took 5, but that's why I said take another, but I don't think you used the same shot glass.
No, I don't think I did either.
because I think
the other one, now that I'm thinking back on it, was like a taller glass.
I think it was shorter.
I don't know.
Because you basically doubled what we took last time.
Yes. So we took 10.
Right.
So we're like sipping it on our way to brunch and we sit down. We are able to make it to like, hi, how you been?
Hold on. Sorry.
What?
Back up, rewind. We did not sip on it when we were on our way.
No, we
get to the parking lot and we still have a pretty large amount of our poppy. And so we chugged it before we go into brunch. And so, yeah, we're feeling, I mean, I didn't feel anything really until we sit down. We're having conversation. We order a mimosas. We order
a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, which was the whole point of doing that. That was the whole point we did it. So we didn't do that.
Yeah. But, I mean, we'll get there. So we sit down. We're maybe 10, 15 minutes into how you been, how y'all doing, whatever.
Catching up with everyone.
I feel it kicking in at least 20 minutes after we got there.
Yeah. We had ordered our food. So luckily we didn't have to make that decision while we were intoxicated. But we did that. We ordered our drinks and then we caught up with everyone. So we at least got that out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we just listened to everyone else's stories the entire time.
I was just so paranoid. People could tell I was high because I could feel my eyes so you know what I kept doing? I kept yawning and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired.
I couldn't even so Luisa was sitting on this side of me and everyone else was over here. I couldn't look at you. If I looked at you, I would have broken down. I think I would have not been able to hold it together. Because I knew you were feeling what I was feeling. Yes. And
I could tell you were avoiding eye contact with me.
Would I was trying to be but I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't.
I was trying to look at you are you feeling the same thing I'm feeling right now?
I know. I was just trying to play it cool because if we both broke down, it would have been, I don't know.
It would have been hard to explain. What is going on with you guys?
Yeah, Luisa's sitting across from a baby and it's our friends brought their child and it's we're waving at the baby, the baby's laughing. It's it's too much for me.
It's too much for me, yes.
Well, my thing was I was very anxious that when I was talking, no sound was coming out. I was talking.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if anyone heard me or not.
I was having the opposite. I was not talking, but I was having internal thoughts. And in my head, I was like, can people hear what I'm thinking? Am I saying what I'm thinking out loud? So I would just kind of look around. I'm no, I'm good.
Nope, no one's talking to me. Oh my gosh. And then, so brunch ends finally. Oh my God. Actually, the food comes and I was I've never been happier to see a sandwich or French fries in my life. I just needed something in my mouth. I was my mouth is getting dry. I feel I'm talking too much or not enough or not loud enough, whatever. My mouth needs to be occupied. So we gobbled up that sandwich and I look over at your plate and your plate was just as clean as mine. I was yes. We must have been hungry. So then brunch ends. We're oh my God, finally. We walk out to the car and we shut the door and we were what the actual fuck was that?
We start just cracking up. We're what is going on?
Yeah, I was we don't need to be doing that anymore. That was too much. And then we were
heading to, there was a pool party afterwards. And I'm not going to lie. I was can I drive? 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, when we got to the pool, I was I admit it. I was I was a little scared on the way over there. But I knew you could do it. You already have anxiety while you're driving anyway, so I knew you were good. And you were.
Glad you had faith in me.
We did a good job.
We were the first ones to arrive.
we made it. I know, which that never happens, by the way.
No.
Oh my gosh. So that was a little craziness that happened.
Yeah, I just couldn't wait for us to go out to the pool so I could put my sunglasses on and nobody could see my eyes.
Whenever we got there and you had to go back out to get our stuff because we were still a little bit high. We forgot to bring our swimsuits in from the car. You went over there and I was just sitting there and in my sunglasses. I'm not taking these things off because they're squinty and they are not cute right now. So yeah, we changed and then we went to the pool and everything was fine after that. But I was we need to be more. Oh my gosh, we need to be more careful.
Yeah, for sure.
But we hung out all weekend, not really expectedly Or were you expecting to stay there all weekend?
No.
Oh. But we hung out all weekend. And Friday night we planned to go and like just eat pizza because now we're like on this mental toughness challenge journey. We started yesterday, but so Friday we like gobbled up some pizza. We drank a bottle of wine. On Saturday we had a very good time. We ordered chicken
Buffalo wing.
Wingstop. And we're like just trying to get all the bad stuff in before we had to be good.
We never got to eat our ice cream, guys.
Oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed. We literally on Friday night bought ice cream for the specific purpose of eating it before Sunday and before this challenge. And we spent a good like 5 minutes picking out our ice cream.
We did.
Like going through all the flavors.
All of them.
Because we did not want to make a wrong decision.
Yeah.
And we finalized on, I think I got chocolate chip coffee.
Yeah.
And then what did you get?
Got vanilla.
Oh, yeah. Out of all of those options, she gets vanilla. And we didn't. We watched like 2 movies, ate the pizza, drank the wine. We watched like 2 movies.
We watched 2 completely opposite movies over the weekend. We watched The Idea of You.
Yeah.
Which is like a Wattpad story. Like a fanfic come
I
to
actually
life.
loved it.
I did too. It made my delusional self more delusional.
Yeah, I was like, now I believe that can happen to me.
Same. And then we all watched The Iron Claw.
Yeah.
With Zac Efron.
That one, I enjoyed the storyline, but it was too slow for me.
Slow.
I fell asleep a little bit.
Do you know what I discovered today? I was mentioning it to my coworker because she's like, you need to watch it. So I told her today, I was like, oh, finally watched it.
Mm-hmm. She was telling you that you needed to watch it?
Yeah. She was like, it's really, like, she was like, I cried at the end. And I was like, I didn't really cry. Like, I just thought it was funny, like, the moment he had with his sons. But I looked up the because we were just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, so many people don't know, like, they're like from Denton, like they had their like little ring in Dallas for so long. And so I Googled the family, and because we're like, her and I are talking about it, and she's like, who's this other guy? So there are actually 5 brothers.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes, it's in the story.
No.
Yes.
No, there's a brother they don't talk about. They talk about the brother that dies when he's young. There's another brother they don't talk about. So it's like John Jr., Kevin, David, Carrie, and Michael, right? Or I guess I should say there's a 6th brother.
There you go.
Sorry.
Because I was like, there's 5 brothers in the movie.
Sorry, my mouth is wrong. There's a 6th brother who's like not told in the story at all.
Why?
I don't know. Like he was based on what I like researched today, he was the youngest, he was like the smallest, and he also did join in the ring, like in the wrestling, thing. Mm-hmm. But he died young as well. He was like 21. He like had asthma, like he just like his body wasn't built for wrestling. Like he struggled with it more.
It wasn't that the kid that got in the accident?
The one that lost his foot?
No,
it wasn't him. But I feel like they merged some of his story with those 2 brothers, the one that lost his foot and the one that got in that accident.
I think that you're confusing one.
No.
The one that got concussed.
Yeah.
And then ended up
the one that wanted to be in a band.
Yes.
Yes. And then the one that lost his foot.
Yes, those are 2 different.
Yes, the 2 different guys. But I think the 6th brother that never gets brought into the movie at all.
He's a combination of the 2.
I think they merged some of his life into the 2. Because the way Carrie dies,
I want to know
Carrie
why.
actually had a whole family. He got married and he has 2 daughters. But that's not told in the movie. Anyways, I just thought it was like interesting because I was like, why did they write off a whole other
because
brother?
the movie would have been like 10 hours long. That's why.
True.
Like it took them a long time to get where they even got.
The point, yeah.
Like they could have made that little shorter.
They could have.
We didn't need to do like 2.5 hours long.
No.
So I took a little nap in between.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
And then when you would say something, I'm like,
I'm over there like, wow, like this is interesting.
It was interesting, but it would just take years to get there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, after all of that, we wake up from our. I think we tried to watch a different movie too.
We tried to watch The Wrong Missy on Netflix,
and we woke up and it was 12:01. So no ice cream for us.
No ice cream for us. We were like, no.
No ice cream for us. We have to wait 75 days.
Yeah.
So they're waiting in the freezer for us. They'll be there. They'll be there waiting for us.
I'll come over that weekend.
Well, it's my birthday weekend, so that's why we chose to do it on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it will be done by my birthday. And then we can celebrate our asses off.
Yeah.
So that was just a little bit of recap of our weekend.
Just a little bit.
But what else have you been up to?
Not much, honestly. Oh, I got a walking pad. Finally bit the bullet, and I got a walking pad, guys.
That's exciting.
Bought it off the TikTok shop. So worth it. So worth it because TikTok shop has Klarna.
Ooh.
So yeah, sure. Like it's a little pricey, but for you people that, you know, might not want to walk outside or don't want to get a gym membership, get a walking pad and you can literally just watch TV while you walk, pretty much. So,
or if you like work from home, it's just like good to have.
Yeah.
For you to.
If you have a stand-up desk or, you know, whatever, it's a great thing. My dogs, though, don't understand what I'm doing. For example, I was telling Erin earlier, I got up, I slept so hard because we walked a lot this weekend as well.
We did.
I did 15,000 steps yesterday.
Hell yeah.
And so I got up early. I completely slept through my alarms. I was exhausted. I could feel it in my body. And I was like, I have to get this first workout in. So I got on my little pad and I'm walking. And my mom's little dog is just like she's standing, but her head is like crouched, just like she's looking like, at me walking, looking at me, like not understanding what is going on. Emma was just like laid to the side, like she was sleeping. She's like, my mom's crazy. I don't pay attention to her.
Maybe she wanted to like get on there with you.
No, she's Coco's a very like scaredy. Like she gets scared when we turn the oven on. Like she starts like shaking.
Oh God.
Yeah. No. She's an interesting one.
Yeah, so for those, I don't think we mentioned it this far, but for those of you that have heard, Luis and I are doing the 75 Hard Challenge. We started yesterday, so we're on day 2 today. I'm just drinking a pretend wine. It's a strawberry, club soda, and I cut up some strawberries to make it look fancy. But basically, so I'm actually shocked because everyone that I've told that I'm doing this, like some people have like heard of it, but there's a lot of people that haven't heard of it. Like I was telling my mom about it. She's like, I don't know what that is. I was like, what? I just felt like it was like common knowledge of like what this challenge is.
Yeah.
So just to go into like kind of like what the rules are of like what
we have to do daily,
holding ourselves to. Basically, number 1, no alcohol, eating no cheat meals, eating just like a healthy diet. It's not like strict, like no carbs, no dairy, none of that.
Like
it's
you
just
follow your diet.
Right. No, yeah, like no cheat meals, no sweets, no.
Yeah, like you're not gonna like have cake or a cookie. Like,
right.
No.
None of that. No alcohol. Workouts 2 times a day. 1 has to be outside, both for 45 minutes. That's probably going to be my biggest like struggle, is just to like find, like there's so much time in the day, like if you actually think about it, like it's just finding the dedication and motivation to do it. But that's probably going to be my biggest challenge, is what I think is going to be my biggest challenge. I don't know. So there's that. And then there's reading 10 pages of a nonfiction book. So basically like a self-help book. Motivational.
Which I think that's my hardest.
Yeah, because you love reading.
I love reading. Love it. But I hate nonfiction. But I will say the book I did chose, whatever. 10 pages in, I'm like, okay, this is going to be good.
Have you started it?
Yeah.
Is it
good?
I
had to read it last night.
Is it good?
Yes. It's very
motivational.
Very motivation. Yes, very motivational. I was actually at my coworker who just transferred to our Austin office called today, and I was telling him about it. And I was like, oh, I'm reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And he just started cracking up. And he's like, you're reading David Goggins? And I'm like, yeah, like, what the heck? Like, what is so funny about that? But I would recommend it to anybody trying to do this challenge.
Really?
Because he is talking about, like, I think, like, the first introduction is, like, this is your mission. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But, like, you're going to get through it.
Yeah. And that's really what my, like, we'll talk about, like, what our goals are in a second. So, okay, reading 10 books. No, reading 10 books. Reading 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Taking a progress picture every single day, which some people just don't want to see it. They don't want to know about it. They don't want it to be in their phone. But that's part of the challenge. If you miss that, you have to start over.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, and these pictures don't have to be put it online.
No,
they're just for you. And then what's the next one?
Oh, drink a gallon of water. Did you say that already?
Drinking a gallon of water a day as well.
Yeah.
And then
got it.
Is that all of it?
Yeah. Drink water, read 10 pages, progress picture, no alcohol / cheat meals, 2 workouts a day, 1 has to be outside. And if you read 9 pages, you start over. If you don't drink a whole gallon, you start over. If you don't complete each rule, you have to start over from day one. And
it's really a mental challenge, like, for yourself, because, like, I could tell you that I did it and you're gonna be like, good job, way to go, you did it. But, like, you're not here with me every single day, you know? So it's really, like, being honest with yourself, is being disciplined and actually doing what you say you're going to do, which is my, like, biggest goal from the challenge. I think physically it's going to be great, obviously, for us, because it's like, how can you not get a little bit more fit by working out 2 times a day and drinking water and eating healthy? Like, I think physically that's just inevitably going to happen. But my biggest thing is, like, putting our minds to it and saying, this is what we're going to do for this amount of time, and we're going to get to the finish line. Yeah. Because that is really something I think that I struggle with. Like, I'm very much so, like, I can do it all. Like, I can do this. But then I feel like my follow through is not there. Like, I'll start something and then not finish it. Yeah. And so I feel like this is going to just prove to myself I can do it, and nothing should be stopping me. Like, I'm stopping myself, basically, from doing whatever I want to do. Yeah. So, and then another, like, thing that I've learned already is that whenever I was, like, trying to read my book, I, like, had my phone kind of, like, right here, and my notifications were just, like, kind of going off. And I was like, these 10 pages would go by so much faster, and I would probably retain a lot more if I did not have any distractions for 20 minutes or however long. So I, like, put my phone aside, turned it on Do Not Disturb for, like, 30 minutes, got my 10 pages done. And it's like, if you did that for the tasks, like, your most important tasks of the day, like, think about how much stuff you could get done instead of trying to, like, multitask all the time, or, like, being distracted by social media or text messages or calls or whatever. Or work. So Yeah, I've already learned something.
Oh, look at you.
Look at me.
Just on day 2.
Yeah. Well, that was yesterday.
Well, day 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that it's going to be really great for us. So it's me and Luisa doing it, and then we've roped in a couple of other people to do it with us. Fernanda, who has been on the show before, and then also my sister, who's also been on the show before. So maybe afterwards we can kind of do like a recap, or have them on kind of maybe in between, just kind of do, I don't know, like a follow-up or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a little check-in. How's everyone doing?
Yeah. We got or found this app called the Habit app, or Luisa found it. So we can kind of keep up with each other, nudge each other on the different habits, and you can actually add your own habits. So if you wanted to like add something else, like I think I'm going to add like a gratitude, like being like writing down three things I'm grateful for like every day, just as an additional thing, because I've been saying this forever, and I just have I feel like probably every like 6 months or so, like I'm like gratitude journal.
I feel like it's every 3 months.
3
We've
months.
talked about this at least twice.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I actually just want to, what better time to do it than now?
Yeah.
So, because I just think that would be so cool. And, you know, going back and looking at your journals and of what you've written in the past, it's like, man, she was really going through it. Or, man, I am really grateful for all of these things. Or it just gives you kind of a perspective of, even when you are going through like a shitty time, and you look back and you're like, the past, 3 months or 2 months, you've written 3 things each day that you've been grateful for. 60 times 3, that's what? 180 things to be grateful for in 2 months. That's eye-opening if you're kind of down in the dumps.
Yeah. Or if you're just like journaling every day, it's like looking at where you started and to where you are 74 days from now.
Yeah.
That's going to be, like you said, very like, dang. I mean, I often look back on my journal and I'm like, wow, dramatic much. Wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious. Calm down. But it does give you some perspective of like, okay, well, I was feeling like this during that time, and being able to realize, or like just, go back to that point in time. Like if you ever do feel like that, you can kind of be like, okay, well, maybe it's not as dramatic as I'm making it seem, or or as I'm feeling it be right now. Like I know there's a light at the end of this tunnel.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to add that to I just made that decision right now.
Habit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So if anybody else wants to do that too, you can.
Not me.
You're not grateful for anything?
I am. I think I write. Well, I always journal. So I think I write within my journal, like things I'm always like, hey, journal, it's me again. It's been a couple weeks, blah, blah, blah. This is what's been going on. And
How often do you journal though?
Maybe like once a month. But I want to do
feel
it
like
like every
need
day.
To be more consistent.
No, I know. That's why I want to like journal.
Then make
every day.
journaling a part of your habit.
Okay.
Add it to your habit thing.
Then
you can mark it off. It's nice to do the little tick
I
thing.
know.
It's fun.
I look forward to it. That's why I was like chugging my water today. I'm like,
I know. Speaking of, let me drink some water.
I want to add it to my, I'm not going to lie, earlier, because I was trying to get one. I have a little, what are these called? Tumblers at work. That's like 40 ounces. And I was trying to finish it before lunch. And I'm like, I almost felt like I was drowning with how much water I was drinking, because I was just trying to chug it down.
Waterboarding yourself?
Pretty much. I was. Like,
well,
there was a moment
that
where I was
made
like, I could drown right now.
I'm glad you made it through. Your body's probably like, I don't know what to do. You've never drank this much water before in your life.
Probably.
So it probably felt like it was drowning.
Probably.
But I feel like we just got to get through like 10 days. I mean, like 7 days. I don't know why I said 10. Like the first week, I think was going to be the hardest.
No, I think opposite.
You think the last 10?
No. I think the first week is like the easiest.
Really?
Yeah, because like we're just starting out. Like we're on a high right now. I think it's going to be like the third week that we're going to be struggling a little bit.
I think it's when I'm supposed to be like at a pool, or I'm at the pool with my friends and they're drinking and I can't have a drink.
It could be, but that's where the mental toughness comes into play.
I know. I'm going to be so mentally tough. Whenever anyone like hands me a drink, I'm like, no, I can't, but I really want to.
I'll have a water, please.
You have to talk like that every time you like really want to do something that you're not supposed to. Oh my gosh. But I think it's gonna be really good for us. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, my mom, I told her, one of our bosses at work was at the Cayman Islands last week, and he brought back a rum cake. Ooh. And they were slicing it up, and I was like, nope.
Yeah, I went to lunch with my mother today, and we went to McAllister's.
Oh.
And I got a salad, and the cucumbers tasted like butt. Like the skin was like too thick on it, so it was like just really bitter.
Yeah. And
I was telling my mom about it, and because she also had a salad, and I was like, are your cucumbers like tasting gross? And she's like, yeah. So she's just like putting them to the side. And then one of the ladies come over and she's like, hi, how is everything? And my mom's like, well, actually, these cucumbers, she's like, I just want to let you know, I'm not trying to get anything for free or a free salad or anything, but your cucumbers, they taste pretty bad. And I think it's because of the skin. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, I'll make sure to tell everyone. And she's like, but I'm not trying to get anything for free. And I was like, thanks, Mom, for telling her. Because they were like gross, honestly. Like I've not ever had like a bad cucumber like that. The cucumber tasted fine, but it was like, it just tasted dirty.
Part, yeah.
Like bitter. And so the girl comes back, not with a free salad or like a coupon to go back for a free
chip cookie.
Yeah. Or like one of their new flavor cookies.
And they have good cookies too.
And my mom's like, I'll take that. And I'm like, wow, thanks, Mother.
Right in front of me, Mom.
Yeah. And she's like, I might eat one of these on the way home. And I was like, don't tell me that. She's like, I'm not telling you that. I was like, okay.
Well, I was telling my mom, I was like, well, they brought rum cake to the office, and I said, no, I walked away. She's like, I am so proud of you, honey. You're doing so good. I'm like, it's only day 2, Mom.
Oh,
but
my God. I love your mom so much.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we need to add her to the group chat to like send some motivational prayers to us. Oh, my gosh,
don't. Because that woman will be sending us nonstop like gifts of like, I love you. You can do this. And she comes, I don't know where she finds some of these gifts. They're so, I'm like, where are you finding? She's like, oh, I just type love support and like random stuff comes up. I'm like, what?
I love her. We might need to add her to the group chat.
Oh gosh.
She would love that.
If you want, I'll tell her. I'm like, Erin wants you to send her supportive.
Yeah, maybe just me.
I'll tell her. Yeah.
Okay. She can send me all the love.
She will. Like every morning. Probably more than once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want it every day.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Every day. Because, it just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Did it make you feel good that she said she was proud of you?
Yeah. I was like, thanks.
Even though it's only day 2, tomorrow's going to be day 3.
Mm-hmm. Day 3 will be easier because I work from home tomorrow. So I won't have temptations.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah,
I'll be fine. Yeah.
It's really not the food for me. Like I really don't really like cookies, but if it is there, I will eat it.
Especially like a good cookie. You can't turn a good cookie down.
No. Well, for the next 75 days, we're going to be able to.
Well, yeah, now you have to. But like, if
whenever
we weren't
you see
in
a cookie,
this,
you're like, no, I can't do it.
It's like I saw this TikTok Fernanda sent me, and it's like of a friend. It's like when your friend's dieting, and it's like you feed them cucumber, and then you like sniff, like they sniff the bacon, and as they're sniffing the bacon, they're like chewing the like veggie.
That's a good idea.
It's like that. We'll like sniff a cookie and like eat a carrot.
I did for some reason buy a whole shit ton of carrots. So if you need
carrots,
you did. Well, because you put that idea in my head.
I actually blended my cottage cheese and made the ranch stuff.
I got some stuff too. Yes. And I need to blend it tonight, but I couldn't find cottage cheese at Sam's, so I just went to Walmart and got a ranch packet and cottage cheese there. But I bought a whole thing of carrots from Sam's.
Oh, damn.
Like I'm Bugs Bunny or something. Like I'm not going to be
orange.
running out of carrots anytime soon. So if you run out of carrots, I've got some.
Okay.
Like they're the big kind that you have to like shave.
Oh,
and
Lord.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why, but I want to put myself to work during this. Like I can't buy.
No, I bought baby carrots at Sprouts.
I can't buy like the ones that are already done already. Like I want to really see how disciplined I am.
You want the labor.
I want I want to know that when I eat this carrot, a lot of hard work
Sweat
went
and
into
tears.
it. Sweat, tears, like a lot of hard work went into it. And you know, by the end of it, I might just be like, screw it. I'm just gonna eat it
You're
like
gonna turn orange by the end of this
I'm gonna
challenge.
have really good eyesight later.
Well, that's a lie. We learned that.
What?
We learned that like a couple months ago when we were at the speed dating thing. The one that flopped.
Remind me.
Almost a year ago now, actually. We went to a speed dating thing, I think like September or August.
Okay.
You, me, and Ange.
Right.
And we show up to the bar and we're all getting drinks before. And we're like, oh, a carrot. It was like a carrot cocktail.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we'll have good eyesight. And one of the guys next to us was like, actually, that's a lie.
So why do we just believe that guy next to us? Like,
well,
who
I
is
Googled
he?
it. I didn't just believe the guy. I Googled it.
Okay. I was like, oh,
and
okay.
it's true. It's just something that the U.S. like spread during either World War II or the Cold War to like, because you know, like science is, we always want to be ahead of the other countries. So we were just like spreading lies. Yeah, we were just spreading lies. I mean, we're always spreading lies. When are we not?
I mean, that's true. That's a good point.
I mean, they tell us like spiders crawl into our ears like 8 times a year. That's not true. Scientists
I have seen videos of that happening.
I have too, but I like to believe that it doesn't
happen. Not 8 times.
Well, it's like fewer. But I did read an article where scientists were like, oh yeah, we just made that up to see like how quick. I think it was more of like a gossip.
How quick what? Like you go get your ears checked or something?
No, like how gullible people are.
People are dumb.
People are really dumb.
People will believe. That's why we need to start a rumor. We really should.
Well, you know what they say about rumors?
They're not
true.
Oh.
10% of it is at least true.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we kind of have to figure out a rumor to spread that could be true.
Okay.
But I think if we started something that's like off the walls, not even true, people would still believe it.
Oh, 100%.
We just put it out there. We send it to the media.
Yeah, we just started to like
see what happens. Start some chaos.
Right.
Because our life is boring right now. We can't even,
There's not enough going on in the world. We just need a little more chaos.
Yeah. Like, we're not going to be out partying. So we might as well just create
Stir the
havoc in everyone else's life.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
All right. We'll think of something. Y'all won't know. Y'all won't see it coming.
Y'all won't even know if it's real or not.
This will be like 2 truths and a lie. You won't have any idea.
Well, and we're also not going to announce,
no,
this is the rumor we spread, because then that's not fun. So maybe like after a year of it, like everyone believing it, we'll come out and be like, yeah, guys, we got
to give it more than a year.
More than a year?
Yeah.
We're playing the long game.
Yeah, we got to play the long game.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't just like after you be like, by the way, no.
Then we start another one. we just like build on it. Yeah, we just build on it. It's just a never ending game until we die.
Yeah. And then on our deathbeds.
And then our children will carry on the legacy.
Yeah. It'll be kind of like that how our parents used to say you can't turn on the car lights.
Yeah.
The inside because you'll get pulled over.
I still kind of think that.
I still believe that. I'm like fast.
Yeah, hurry. Yeah, you can't have the light on. Well, also, but when you're driving, it is kind of hard to see when there is a light on.
Yeah.
So that's why
I
they
only
said
do it when I'm at if I drop something, I'm like, okay, at a red light, I'll quickly I'll be sweating. So I can grab whatever I drop.
You're sweating because the light's on. You think you're gonna get pulled over?
Yes. My parents were really good at like putting the fear of God in me.
That's funny. What else is another one
That they told us?
I forgot that the carrots aren't real. Or
carrots are real. Carrots are real.
Making your eyesight better is not real.
Yeah, it's not real. Because I was so proud of myself. I was like, yeah, we're going to have great eyesight, guys. And that guy was like, actually. I'm like, the hell?
Yeah, what a rude thing to say.
I know. Like, so our parents have lied to us my whole life.
Yeah, what is
Eat your carrots. For what, Mom?
Real?
For what?
What are carrots good for?
Your skin.
Well,
you do tan better, though.
I'm pretty good tanner already.
True. I mean, me
That's
too.
it?
Look at me. I'm like, dark. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, somebody asked Luisa this weekend.
What?
Somebody asked you this weekend. You're like, oh, because like, I'm white, but I
Obviously.
also have I have a little bit of Indian genes in me, so like I can tan pretty well. But then somebody goes over to Luisa and she's like, oh my God, you look so tan. Like what tan, like, how long?
Someone asked me this.
What did they say? They were like,
oh, I don't know what the question was. It was like, oh, but you don't wear sunscreen, do you?
Oh.
And I was like, I do wear sunscreen. She's like,
but you're so tan. And I was like, she's Mexican. Like,
it was a bizarre conversation.
I was like, what? Like, oh my God, I was about died. I had to walk away. I was like,
no,
that's not.
You floated away. We were in the pool.
Yeah, I was like, that did not happen. I was like, what?
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, she was like, you don't need to wear sunscreen.
And I was like, I do wear sunscreen.
You're like, I wear 70.
And she was like, and you still tan? I'm like, it is sunscreen, not sunblock.
Yeah, but I was like, she's Mexican.
I know. It was so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this weekend, I don't even really, like, that just popped into my head because it was like part of the little blur that we were going through.
I completely forgot about that.
I'm so excited about this rumor that we're going to start.
I know, me too. You guys won't see it coming. And you won't have any idea. It's going to be on CNN. I'm going to make it start on like the non-mainstream media.
Yeah,
for them
like
to
Reddit.
Into exactly Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is not, I was telling Erin this, but since we're talking about Reddit, I have a conspiracy theory that most people really don't like matcha lattes. They just like, they're so deep into this like cult of like, I love matcha lattes, the aesthetic and everything.
Because it's green.
Because it's green.
Healthy.
Yeah. I truly think people don't like matcha lattes. Because let me tell you, I've tried.
I've never tried one. And remember, I was going to try one over the weekend and the line was too long. So I will try one. Can I have one on this thing or no?
I think they're not like, I've never had one that's like.
For you, right?
Sweet.
I don't
know.
They
are good for, it's like, it's more I think it's like more concentrated green tea or something like that. It's like the actual, like, I don't know.
But why do you think that?
I'll have my mom text you.
Yeah.
So she loves matcha lattes.
Okay, yeah. She can give me all the details.
Yeah.
So why do you think that though?
Because
because you don't like it?
I've tried. I'm like, because I see
people can think differently than you, Luisa.
I know. I know.
She's like, I hate it, so everyone else should hate it too.
I know people can like different things. Like, some people don't like coffee.
Right.
Do I think they're weird? Yes. But I go about my day. But matcha lattes, like, it's just become so like trendy.
Well, it's just like avocado toast. Like,
I know there are some people that don't like avocados.
Yeah,
and I think those people are weird. Yeah.
They're very weird. We don't like them.
No.
But I think it's just a point of like being like trendy, like you said. Like, it's very much so. I'm eating avocado toast, but avocado toast was around before it became popular.
True.
Same with green tea, but now they're calling it matcha tea.
Well, no, it's not. It's not the same thing.
But they're similar. They're in the same family.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that you're just going to have to get over that. I don't know if it's...
I don't know. I want people to come forward.
Come forward with what?
Be like, you know what? You're right. I don't like matcha latte.
I'm just faking it so all my friends like me.
Yeah.
Really? You think that's what people do?
People have done a lot worse for that. Yes. To be liked.
That's true. Well, if you're one of the matcha people, like if you're drinking matcha,
remain anonymous.
and if you want to remain anonymous, you can come forward. We will not be judging you.
This is
because Luisa doesn't like matcha either.
I really
you could start a movement.
I don't want to
matcha
start
movement.
There is one type I do like. My mom buys. No. But let me defend myself here. It's a matcha vanilla like powder. And it's not matcha.
If it's matcha vanilla, it's matcha.
But it doesn't taste like matcha.
Okay.
It's good though. But it's probably like
maybe that's the other matcha that people are drinking.
I don't know. But you get this at the Korean store. It's kind of good.
Okay.
My mom hides it though because it's really good.
Well, I feel like you're not supposed to be drinking vanilla matcha.
Well, I wasn't drinking it now. Like plus that's like a hot drink. I don't like to in this heat. No, thank you.
Yeah, I was watching that Not Too Hot to Handle, that Perfect Match show on Netflix. And I guess they're in Mexico. And this girl and this guy were like on a date, and the girl, it would like pan to her and then pan to him like when they were talking. And every time it would pan to the girl, her chest would be like sweating, like uncontrollably, like there's like a drip going down.
That would
and
be me.
She's like getting her napkin and she's like patting it, like it's like he was perfectly fine, and she put her hair like over to the side and you can just like see the underneath was like all soaking wet, and it was like, that's what happens when you have hair and you're in a girdle and you're like all boosted up and everything, like you just sweat.
That would literally be me. I'm like the grossest, sweatiest person.
I don't think you're the grossest.
Yesterday when we were walking, I feel like
it's
you were getting like a light sheen, like you were looking good. I was
Luisa's hat was like had a whole
soaked in sweat.
Luisa's whole head was like a different color. Like her whole hat was a different shade of gray.
A whole different color. And then we got to Smoothie King, and I ordered my smoothie, and I was gonna go sit down, but I was like, no, I can't, because the sweat is gonna stick to my shirt, and you're gonna be able to see.
I mean, who cares?
Well, I also just didn't want the sweat sticking to my shirt.
Yeah,
because that's kind of gross. Like it would just feel gross.
Yeah. Well, it is like very hot outside, so sweating is normal.
No, I know. Like I would tell you the time at my boot camp place. I've just always been like I just sweat naturally. Like that's a gene in me. And
I would probably just start sweating walking into the gym. Just thinking about working
I literally
out.
sweat stepping outside and walking to my car.
Yeah.
Like I'm dripping. And so we're doing like reverse lunges or something, and it's like reps in each station, and I'm like, the coach is by me and she's like, you got this, and she's like counting down, and like sweat's like dripping. She's like, are you crying? And I'm like, no, that's
she asked you if you're crying.
She asked me that.
You're like, inside.
I was like, on the inside. That's just my sweat.
But honestly, I feel like really accomplished when my sweat like actually drips off my body. Like when I go to Hot Works and there's like a drip, I'm like, ooh, I'm working out hard. Like, you know, you're working out hard.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like that little piece of garbage off there.
Yeah.
It's rewarding.
It is rewarding.
So
it's also good for the skin. Is what they say.
Who says?
I don't know. People say that.
Okay.
Listen, one time Fernanda's mom, when we were younger, this could also be another lie.
Yeah. What did we learn? Parents lie.
True. And she was like, sweat is good for you. Like it cleans your acne up or something. I'm going to have to text Fernanda and ask her this later.
It says what?
She was like, sweat's good for you. Like your face. Like if you're not sweating, Like it's not, I don't know.
It's not
like
cleaning your pores out.
Something like that. It's like you get rid of like all the gunk in
Toxin.
your face.
I can see that. But really sucks is like when you're sweating and it like gets in your eye and then you like try to wipe it off and then it burns.
That especially like when you're like outside and you have sunscreen on your face and the sweat's like, and it gets into your little eye pocket and you're like, oh no, and you're like trying to, oh, it's the worst.
Yeah. Just trying to be healthy and not get skin cancer.
You're like, you have like a red eyeball.
Well, then you just drink the Nowadays and then you'll be golden. And no one will even know.
Both eyes are swollen.
Yeah. You're like, I just got sunscreen in my eyes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think that this is going to be a fun little 75 days that we've got going on. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
We don't need alcohol.
No, we don't. Look at us.
Look at us being funny.
Look at us.
Without it. With my little...
Just water.
What's my little strawberry drink? I didn't even finish it.
People ask me like, what do you... Oh, it's just water.
Oh, I almost drank the microphone.
Oh, that's funny. People are like, what are you on? Water.
We're high on life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to take a break on the Nowadays.
Yeah, I probably won't drink that unless I'm like with you or other people.
Because that was a lot.
We probably shouldn't chug it next time.
That probably didn't help.
It's meant to like, sip.
It would be a good little just like addition in that maybe. But like we were really going hard. We were like, hurry, we've got to go into brunch.
I was like sitting in my car like 1, 2, 3, chug. Like, oh, it was bad.
It didn't taste bad though.
No.
Like you would never know. And then you just sit down and then you're have no control over your thoughts.
Nope.
We learned a good lesson.
We did.
So, yeah, if you guys want to join in on the 75-day hard challenge with us, we're only on day 2. But it's a free challenge. There's no cost to it. The rules are like what we said. Also, we are like following, what's his name? Andy
Frisella.
Oh, Andy, what?
Andy Frisella.
Andy Frisella. He has a podcast that goes over all of the details, and he's like very motivational and can kind of just like get you hyped into going. Mm-hmm. They do have a 75-day hard app, but like I said, we are just doing this like habits app that it's a free app that you can put all of those things in there and just check them off every day that you do it. And if
you're doing it with friends, you can add your friends to it as well.
Yeah. So if you have questions or want to join or want to just motivate us, I just stretched my legs out and they're sore. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
We would really appreciate your support, and we'll keep you guys posted on how we're getting through it.
Yeah.
We'll be posting on like TikTok and Instagram, all of the socials, just updates throughout, like in between podcast episodes. But if you have anything or want to join or whatever,
send your love.
Send care packages. Honestly, we need all the love.
We need all of them.
Or if you want to send us motivational gifts, I'm down for that.
Yeah. What does that look like?
What?
Motivational gifts.
Like someone going like, you got this.
In that voice.
In that voice, yeah. But, like just anything, that little baby that's like, you got this.
Oh.
You know?
Yes.
Like they could just DM us on Instagram and say, y'all got it or whatever.
Send a little gif.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant gift.
No.
And I was like, what does that even look like?
I mean, no. I was talking about like GIF, like okay. GIF.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's end it there.
All right. Thanks, guys. Wish us luck.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.